Folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
Roll him in.
I think I know who he is.
Hello, Billy. Where have you been?
Oh, I got tied up on a special broadcast. Did anything of importance come up?
Sort of. I'm going to get Mr. Carlisle's lens from his Oak Mountain Lodge. It's in his safe. He gave me the combination.
Are you going alone?
Yes.
Why should you go?
Well, Mr. Malcolm and the others think the Scorpion is watching their movements, but feel he'd never suspect me.
I'm not so sure about that. He seems to know every move that's made around here.
But I've already said I would go.
You better take my car.
Why?
Well, it has a two-way radio on it. If anything goes wrong, you can talk directly to my office. And I'll keep it tuned into that wavelength.
All right, Billy, if it'll make you feel better.
You may as well come in, Tausha Tally.
Is Mr. Malcolm still here?
No, he left about an hour ago.
Thank you. I'll stop by this evening.
Oh, just a minute. Why don't you try his club? You might find him there.
Hello, Whitey? Betty's leaving Malcolm's in my car. I want you to follow her.
I'd be glad to, Billy. I'll be tied up here for a few minutes, though.
Well, in that case, pick her up at Elm and 4th. I'll stall her for a while.
Okay, I won't let her get out of my sight.
Okay, Whitey.
My friends think they can keep me from getting Carlisle's lens, but they do not realize the power of the Scorpion. Carlisle's lens shall soon rest here. The others will follow in turn. The dynasty of the Scorpion will live again, and I shall rule, mightier than the ancient Shagatal.
Where is this lens, and how do you plan to get it?
The lens is in a safe at Oak Mountain Lodge. Malcolm's secretary has the combination and will be leaving soon to get it. This is what you must do at once.
Drive up into that truck. Get going.
Looks like your boyfriend lost track of you. All right, hand over that combination.
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind the chatter. I want the combination of Carlisle's safe. Give me that bag. This is it.
What are you going to do with me?
Just sit tight. You'll know soon enough. I got the combination, Martin. Head into Cliffwood Road.
You can't get away with this. The police will soon know what the Acme Storage Company are using their trucks for.
Cliffwood Road. Acme Storage Company. Shazam!
I don't think the police will hear about this. That'll keep you from getting into any trouble. Tie down the wheel. We're leaving.
Head for Oak Mountain Road.
Shazam!
Betty! Betty!
How did you get here?
Well, never mind that. We got more important things to worry about.
Those men, they got the combination to Carlisle's safe.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, but I can get to the lodge ahead of them in my plane.
Let me go with you.
Oh, after what you've been through, you need a rest. I'll drop you off at Malcolm's on my way to the airport. I'll go get the car.
And Billy's on his way to the airport now.
Gentlemen, you have heard my secretary's story. It's startling proof that we are menaced by a master criminal.
Well, that's true, but as long as Batson gets there ahead of them, we have nothing to worry about.
Surely with Carlisle's lens in our hands, the Scorpion is helpless.
I wouldn't be too sure, gentlemen. Did you say Billy was taking his own plane?
Yes. Why?
Nothing. Mere curiosity.
Well, since we can't do anything till Billy returns, there's no use waiting any longer.
I agree. Gentlemen, good night.
Good night, Miss Waters.
Good night.
Good night. That'll be all for you tonight, Betty.
Good night, Mr. Malcolm.
Good night.
Brandon speaking.
Listen carefully. Batson is on his way to get his plane. You know about that atmospheric exploder.
Yes, I've got it right here.
Well, here's what I want you to do with it. Put it in his plane and set it for 8 o'clock with a 1-minute fuse.
Who's calling, please? Hello.
Hello, Whitey?
Yeah. What is it, Betty? What?
And the Scorpion has set a bomb with a 1-minute fuse to start burning at 8 o'clock. You must warn him.
Yeah, sure, Betty. Right away. I'll get right on it. "4BL calling 2RM. 4BL calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson." This is 4BL calling 2RM. Calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson. This is 4BL calling 2RM. Calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson. Why doesn't that guy answer? This is 4BL calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson. There's a bomb wired to explode in your plane at 1 minute past 8. Please come in, Billy Batson. Please come in. This is 4BL calling 2RM. Please come in, Billy Batson.
Hurry, hurry, step right this way, folks, for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, taste-tempting candies of finest quality. Enjoy popcorn, exploded into tender, delicious, crispy bites of crunchy goodness. Enjoy the tops in cool, refreshing soft drinks. If you want to enjoy some refreshments, this is your opportunity. There will now be a short intermission.
Give me a light.
Thank you. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Orson Welles. I'm speaking for the Mercury Theater, and what follows is supposed to advertise our first motion picture. Citizen Kane is the title, and we hope it can correctly be called a coming attraction. It's certainly coming to this theater, and I think our Mercury actors make it an attraction. I'd like you to meet them. Speaking of attractions, well, the chorus girls are certainly an attraction, but frankly, ladies and gentlemen, we're just showing you the chorus girls for purposes of ballyhoo. It's pretty nice ballyhoo. But here's some of our real Mercury people. This is the first time you've seen most of them on the screen. Hey, give Joe a little light. Thanks. Now smile for the folks, Joe. Smile. Joseph Cotton, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Joseph Cotton. I think you're going to see a lot of him. Here's Ruth Warwick, whom I know you love. Ruth. Look at the camera, Ruth. We caught Ruth with her hair up. And here's somebody you've all heard on the radio, so I don't have to tell you he's wonderful. Ray Collins. Dorothy Commongore is a name I'm going to repeat. Dorothy Commongore. I won't have to repeat it much longer. You'll be repeating it. And here's George Coulouris, who's a grand actor. I'll say that name again. George Coulouris. Watch it. Here comes Everett Sloan. Look out, Everett. Oops. Everett Sloan, ladies and gentlemen. He isn't necessarily a comedian. And here's one of the best actors in the world, Agnes Moorehead. I've said a lot of nice things, but Erskine Sanford deserves some more. Erskine Sanford. So does Paul. Paul Stewart, everybody. Citizen Kane is a modern American story about a man called Kane, Charles Foster Kane. I don't know how to tell you about him. There's so many things to say. I'll turn you over instead to the characters in the picture. As you'll see, they feel very strongly on the subject.
Charles Foster Kane is...
Sure, he started the war. But do you think if it hadn't been for Mr. Kane, the United States would have the Panama Canal?
Charles Foster Kane is nothing more or less
And a communist!
Kane, governor. Listen, when the voters of this state and Mrs. Kane learn what I found out about Mr. Kane and a certain little blondie named Susan Alexander, he couldn't be elected dog catcher. I'm going to skin Mr. Charles Foster Kane alive.
I'm going to marry him next week at the White House.
Emily, I hear you've been stepping out with Charlie Kane.
Of course I love him. I gave him $60 million.
Well, of course I love him. He's the richest man in America.
But all the girls say about him at first.
But you know, I can't help but admire him.
He's crazy.
He's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you'll think about Mr. Kane. I can't imagine. You see, I play the part myself. Well, Kane is a hero and a scoundrel, a no-account and a swell guy, a great lover, a great American citizen, and a dirty dog. It depends on who's talking about him. What's the real truth about Charles Foster Kane? I wish you'd come to this theater when Citizen Kane plays here and decide for yourself.
I must speak to you.
I'll see you at the theater tonight. I'll hold your seat till you get there. After you get there, you're on your own.
Hello? Hello, yes? No, he's not in yet. All right, well, goodbye. That was for you again.
I wonder whatever became of me. I should have been back here a long time ago.
They got guns, we got guns, all got children got guns.
It's coming from the deep, dark recesses of the mind of Mel Brooks. I love him. Young Frankenstein.
Sky means business.
Young Frankenstein.
Oh dear, nothing left. What shall we throw in now?
Starring Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
But what about your grandfather's work, sir?
My grandfather's work was doo-doo!
Peter Boyle as the monster. Marty Feldman as Igor.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
I'm sure we'll get along splendidly. Oh, sorry.
Cloris Leachman as Frau Blucher.
You played that music in the middle of the night?
Yes!
To get us into the laboratory?
Yes!
And it was you who left my grandfather's book out for me to find?
Yes!
So that I would?
Yes!
Then you and Victor were?
Say it. He was my boyfriend!
Cary Garr as Inga.
Would you like to have a roll in the hay? Roll in the hay.
Kenneth Mars as the inspector. And Madeline Kahn as Elizabeth.
Where am I?
Calm down. What are you going to do to me? I'm not afraid of you. Listen, I have to be back by 11:30. I'm expecting a very important call.
Kill the monster! Storm the castle!
See Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
Yes, I think we could all use a good laugh.
But don't see it alone. Don't miss Young Frankenstein, personally directed by Mel Blazing Saddles Brooks, in black and white. No offense.